While we try to be as helpful as possible, this podcast should not be considered as professional or financial advice. It contains general information only, and you should seek out professional advice for your own personal circumstances before making any financial decisions.
Clap. Welcome back, guys. I'm Julia.
And I'm Nick.
I'm Dev.
I'm Sam.
And this is the Enthusiast Lab. Alrighty, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Enthusiast Lab. Today we have special guests, Dev and Sam, or Devlyn and Samantha.
Hi.
And they built with us a little while ago, and we're going to go through their journey and have a chat about everything.
Fucking everything.
Yeah.
Talk about everything. All things.
Yeah.
Cars, the process, fucking... You got a kid now.
Yeah.
Fucking the whole shebang.
Yeah.
All the bits and bobs. So
Yes.
let's start with the two of you.
Yeah.
And
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah. So are you guys first or second home buyers?
First time buyers.
First home buyers. And if you don't mind answering, what kind of jobs are you in?
FIFO,
FIFO? Doing what?
field service mechanic.
Yeah, awesome.
Hairdressing. Well, mum, and now going back into hairdressing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Sam had a little boy. Am I
Yep.
allowed to say the
Yeah.
gender? Yeah.
Am I allowed to say the gender? Fucking oath you are.
Yeah.
And has been off work for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just over a year.
Yeah, awesome. And where did you build?
In Whitby.
Whitby.
Out in the
Whitby.
bush.
Yeah.
Fucking in fucking whoop whoop.
And do you remember what design you built?
The Corbett?
Yeah, the
Cor-
core bridge.
Yeah.
Corbridge.
Yep. Which is similar to like our pocket rocket that we do now.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're
So it's
looking
quite
at house
similar.
plans.
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah, go on. I was going to say, Devlin just saw a fucking garage and he's like, yep, that's it.
That's pretty much it. That is
Nick,
pretty much it.
Most of your clients.
I know. That's me. That's why that's why I do these designs in the first place.
Yep.
Garage.
Yep. So let's look at your build journey. So everyone's got something to reference to, and then we'll dive into some questions.
Cool.
So you obviously signed up with Mr Enthusiast,
Nice.
and you signed up on the 5th of October 2020.
Yeah. Wow. It seems so long.
Bro,
Yeah.
fucking yonks ago, eh? Fucking fuck me.
I've got dates here, but do you want me to test
Yeah,
your
no,
knowledge?
yeah. Oh, no. I would have no idea.
Oh, yeah, I
Please
know.
don't. Please don't test me.
I have no memory of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got formal in December 2020.
Yeah.
You had settlement in February 2021. You had slab down in March of 21.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yep.
Bricks in October 21. You then had roof in December 21. And then you had handover in June 2022.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then today's day is we're in the middle of August 2023.
Yeah.
So it's been a whole year plus a bit
Yeah.
since you guys have moved in.
Yeah.
So these guys have handed over everyone.
Yes.
So,
Well, let's start with how it all started.
Yeah.
I was going to say, did you guys always want to build, or did you guys look at established first?
Looked at established first.
Yeah, okay.
And then
And then what happened?
started looking at houses with big garages.
What about the established market wasn't tickling your fancy?
No, it wasn't. Couldn't find anything that we wanted.
Yeah, okay.
Because Dev was like picking out these houses that were all big carports, big sheds and stuff. And then
Yep.
the house was crap.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, like,
Nay.
it's not happening. So, yeah, I think then we decided, no, we have to build because we're getting both something that we want.
Yeah.
And it's something that you can grow into and we're going to have for a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we don't have time to put into a house, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
we didn't
Yep.
want to buy an older house and put our time and effort into that, knowing
And
that we're going to have a
dollars.
family.
Yeah.
Like, and he's away, like, no, it wasn't going to happen. So as soon as like we looked at building, Dev was like, Mr Enthusiast, here we go. This is it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
This motherfucker here.
Yeah.
And what was your thoughts on when you saw that? Because obviously he would have been picking out like the biggest garages and shit.
I was like, here we go. Like, it's going to be all carport, and I'm going to be left with this tiny crappy kitchen and this crappy house. And that's what's going to happen. I was so worried when we're heading in to meet you. I was like, he's going to be all carport, and I'm not going to get anything that I want in my house.
Yep.
Oh, we were so wrong.
It's a good thing, though.
It
It's
is,
a good thing to be wrong.
Yeah.
That leads pretty well into the next question, which was what was your first impression in your first appointment?
That was it. That I was worried that I was going to get like nothing to do with the house. It was all going to be carport. But then we walked out. I was like, he was so chill. Like, we're gonna be all right.
What else was there in the meeting? Like, was there enough information from what you guys were looking at with like? Because I'm pretty sure we were going over like build versus buy and all that type of shit.
I think you settled my nerves a lot because I was like going into that, like I was gonna vomit. Like
from nerves.
Nerves. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just kind of settled on my nerves about questions. You asked, like, I asked you, I think, 1 million questions, and you were just like, okay. And I'm like, I'm sorry. But you just went through it and you just made it easier for us to kind of go, oh, yeah, no, that's definitely what we want to do.
Yeah. No, I really appreciate hearing it back because, like, it's one thing I'm like, I think it went well because like, Jules was like, how'd your appointment go? I'm like, I think it went well. I don't know.
Yeah. Because you don't know because it's from your point of view. Yeah.
Exactly. What about you, Dev? The man of few words. So, guys, you will hear fuck all from him.
Probably. Until it comes to
But I'll try and force the fuck out of
Man of many words, but when he does talk, it's important stuff.
It's important stuff. So, like, what were your thoughts? Like, obviously, when we spit yarn about the garage and stuff like that, was it just a fuck yeah, someone that speaks my language type of thing?
Pretty much someone that speaks my language.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I remember he walked out and he was like, he fucking swore. Did you hear him? And I was like, yeah, we did.
Yeah. Like, when you guys were looking
You're
at...
not trying to sell.
Nah. Well,
I
try not to
sell it.
Did you guys go to any other builders or was it just Nick?
No. It was only going to be Nick.
Okay.
That's what Dev was like, no, this is it.
How did you guys find us?
Believe it or not, Facebook.
It was before, I think Dev was saying it was before you were Mr Enthusiast.
I actually started messaging you long before Mr Enthusiast became a name.
Yeah. Before we fully went out and branded, we were, like you guys would have known, it was the whole New Homes by Nick type of scenario. And because we've been doing the garages now for coming up to fucking 6.5 years, the big garages now. So basically, like for the last 7 years, we've been pushing them, and then after a while, that's when we started the branding. So it's cool to say, like, one of the silent followers reaching out and just be like, yeah, fuck it, we're going here, which is awesome.
I will say we have cornered ourselves into quite a niche. So anyone who doesn't want a garage,
they still reach out.
I think, yeah.
That's the whole. Well, that's the whole point of Mr Enthusiast.
I know, but we haven't released an enthusiast range yet. Like we keep talking about.
We keep saying we're going to. It's just the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna just go and ask a builder to go design these. It's every single plan that we have released. We have sat down over many fucking versions of it, changing and tweaking it to going, this is what I would like. And you're going, no, we need more fucking house. So then we went and got more fucking house. And then we kept doing bigger garages. And that's how we fucking did
10
it.
out of 10, that's how I sound.
Yeah, fucking oath it is. Well, at least in the back of my mind you do.
We need more fucking house.
But yeah, so anyways, let's go back to the fucking questions.
What was the deciding factor to build with us? You're going to have to give me...
Garage for me.
Okay.
That was it. And then I think it was just like talking with Nick and then being like, okay, this is what we can actually do. Because we were worried at first because we kept like saving, being like, oh, okay, we're going to buy a house. And then I was nervous to go talk to you because I was like, oh, we're not ready. Like we don't,
I was ready.
Yeah, he was like, let's just go. Let's just jump in. And I was
Yeah.
like, I can't just jump in and go do that. And Dad's like, no, you can. Let's just jump in, dive in, let's go do it. And then after talking to you, I was like, we can do this. Like, it's doable. Like, so we did. And
here we are.
Been okay?
Yeah.
And here we are.
What was... so for females, the rest of the house, we can understand. Most of our listeners can understand. For you, Devlyn, why was the garage such a big driving force?
I got too many toys and a lot of shit.
Do you want to talk about them? What have you got in the garage?
built a UXR8.
Yep.
I got a
Burnout car.
I had a
Thank
vent
you.
car on methanol.
Yep.
I
got
need
a Harley.
car explanations. I don't do
Well,
car.
it's a Ford. It's an
Okay.
AUXR8.
It's an older
basically-
model of his car.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's an
cool,
older
cool.
version of mine.
Yep.
So mine's on E85,
Yep.
so you can like race fuel whatever
Mm-hmm.
from the pump. His is on methanol, so it's full dedicated like race fuel,
Okay, cool.
right?
I don't do car talk.
And it's basically it's an event car / fucking burnout car, rather than like ours is more like drags and fucking everything.
Mine's just a car to beat up on.
Yep.
Okay,
Just
okay.
fucking limit the bash the motherfucker and just shred tires.
Yep.
Basically.
And I know
Pretty
you've got a
much. Facts.
bike.
Yeah, I got a Harley as well.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's eventually going to be built as well
Yep.
one day.
And one daily or 2 dailies?
One daily,
One
pretty
daily.
much, and then one out the front that just sits there and looks like an ornament.
Yep.
That's the work one, but then you've also got a patrol now.
Yeah, the
They got the
Y62.
62.
Yeah, 62. Fuck
That's
yeah.
going to end up charged soon as well.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And remind me, did you build a garage with a hoist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with the
we
hoist
went.
lift.
Yeah.
We went hoist section.
Yeah. That's still in the to-do works because we came and visited your house a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
Soon.
we've got to like everything has to be moved and sorted because it's kind of like at the minute, poor Devlin, it's like storage at the minute for the house. So he's gonna get his hoist soon.
Yeah, that's it. But it's good. Like at least you've got what you need in there, the
Yeah.
important stuff. You can store the shit and slowly build up from there.
Yeah,
And then once it's ready, then fucking smash it on, and that will become that dedicated space, which is what we designed it for.
yeah,
Which is good. And this is the thing I think I've been trying to push out into the like for everyone to think about. It's you don't need to have like a shit ton of cars. You can just use that for storage for fucking so much other things.
For tools.
For tools.
Are we going to
fucking
talk about
everything.
how I like? Yeah, how I
We
fucked
will.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Get there now.
It's no. We'll get there. It's more just about the fact of you've got that room, and you never know when you'll need it.
Oh,
Hey
definitely.
Sam,
Yes.
we'll get there, guys. Don't worry. It'll come in later this episode.
I'm
No,
waiting.
No, it won't. No. We'll do it later. We'll do it later.
So the next one was, what fears did you guys have and were they combated?
I didn't really have any fears. I just go gun ho.
Yeah.
That's it. I go
Shoot now,
straight in.
think later.
Yep.
Yeah, mine was that like I was worried it was going to be all carport, no house, nothing that I needed to have like a nice new home.
To
But
have a new home.
everything everything was fine after. Like
Yeah.
especially after we did pre-start and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, actually, we're gonna have a really nice home here. Like
Actually, it's actually going to be fucking decent.
it's gonna be all right. But I was worried because I don't get measurements and I don't get like sizes of things. So like Dev's looking at the plans and he's like, this is what it's gonna be, and I'm like, I don't know how big that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, my kitchen's going to be tiny, and I'm like, I've got too much bench space,
Yeah.
like, which is not it's a problem to have, but
it's a good problem.
it's
a good problem.
you know, but
And you still fill it up.
yeah, I still fill it up. But I mean,
Do you feel like you have enough house per se?
yeah, definitely. There's a few little things that I would change, like on our next build, but they're just little things,
Okay,
like that. I think everyone once they build once,
Yeah.
there's just little things that you do the second time around.
100%, because you can't get it right on the first one. You
No.
can narrow it down as much as possible, but your lifestyle has also changed. When I first met you guys to where you guys are now is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Like, you've got a fucking kid, you've got different cars now, you've got a Harley, you didn't have the Harley before.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I did have a Harley.
It wasn't that one though. It
It
was
was
that
a different. It was a
Yeah.
different one. That's why I'm like, that wasn't the bike I fucking I know of. So the only thing I remember you had was the fucking XRA and the daily back then. So life changes, the toys changes. There was so much, like, your jobs have changed. Like, fuck, you've changed a couple of jobs from when we first started to where it is now.
I've had a few.
Yeah, like you were working, then
Yeah.
you took time off, and now you're coming back to work. So like, and all those actually start affecting the lifestyle of the home and the orientation. So we try and, from my point of view, when I'm trying to help design shit, is we try and narrow it down, going, this should be pretty doable, and it suits a lot of what can potentially happen. At the end of the day, if you can try and hit as much as possible, it will never be perfect.
But it's definitely a house that you can like grow into. Like we definitely have enough space for the three of us. But yeah, there's definitely things we can.
You can change
You
that.
can
You know what?
change.
Maybe not have that one here. I'll do that here. Make this one a little bit bigger. Make the garage bigger. all that shit.
Do you have any tips or tricks for clients thinking of like coming and having a chat to Nick, or when they're in the process of dealing with Nick before they've signed up? Any tips and tricks for designs or color choices or anything like that?
Think of storage, people. Think of storage. Just like where your brooms and all those little bits and pieces are going to go. Because I didn't think of that. And then we moved in and I was like, where am I going to put my vacuum cleaner? Like,
we were talking about this. Where
In
you
the
put your
garage.
Christmas tree?
Yeah,
It's one in
exactly.
the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're getting a loft put in just at,
Perfect.
just to fit the like Christmas trees and decorations and all the things you don't use.
Yeah.
Just so that it doesn't clutter up the house.
Exactly. So it doesn't continue cluttering shit.
Yeah.
You can just fucking
Put it up there.
You pay whatever the fuck it is. I think it's a couple grand. You can
Yeah.
set up a whole fucking area
2.5.
because there's so much room.
$2.5 grand for a loft with a ladder.
That's laughing. And
If you
that's
guys
the
want a
thing.
loft, reach out to Devlyn Sam for the contact
Yeah,
details.
for the contact details. Again, it may vary in price, but that's fucking
Yeah.
cheap,
Depends
man.
on-
For an extra room.
Yeah.
Depends on how big the loft is and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's so much, like Dev was up there and he was like, there's so much space up there that's not being used that
100%.
we've got space, like stuff in our house that's just sitting there. And I'm like, we could put that somewhere, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And then that makes room for other shit.
Yeah. So probably just storage
More cars.
would, bigger carport, everybody, and storage.
100%.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Next one, which was looking at the overall journey, what were the key highlights for you guys? Sign up to key handover.
Sign up was pretty exciting. I did walk out of the sign up meeting and Dev's like, you're right. And I was like, I'm going to be sick. And we did have to take that drive home a bit slower because I was like, I am actually going to vomit. But once we did it, I was so excited. And then slab, that was, you could actually see it then. I was like, oh my God.
Yes.
We've done it. Like, this is us. Like, and we did wait a little while before we jumped in to build a house, but we're so glad we waited and did it.
And did it the way we did. Yeah.
Did it the way we did it. It took us a few years to get there, but we got
Better late than never.
Yeah, we got a beautiful house at the end of it. And yeah, that was it.
Well, at the same time, like to join on to that, it's, maybe that time when you were first looking, it wasn't the right time. And,
Yeah.
and once everything lined up, fucking bang, 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 it
Yeah.
just started moving. Because you guys also got the grants
Yeah.
during that time because you were in that 2020. So you guys got both?
Both grants.
Both grants,
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got both grants. So there was quite a few into it, and we'll go a little bit into the detail. But like as soon as you mentioned slab, I'll never forget. Like I rocked up, so we weren't doing the slab signings that we're doing now, but we just called up for a beer and shit. And and I left. We got Twiggy sticks. Yeah, these guys brought fucking esky of drinks and esky of food, and they had like Twiggy
I
sticks.
wasn't there for that, was
No,
I?
you
No.
weren't.
No.
No.
Wherever
Like,
we
you
go,
weren't
there
invited.
has to be food for Devlin and beers.
Why wasn't I there?
I don't know.
Oh, it was a
This
reason.
isn't about you, Julia.
Fuck off.
It's food
It's
and
all
beer.
about me.
But yeah, like you had the whole esky of food and shit. I was like, bro, fucking sat down in
Yeah.
the camper chair and just started smashing the food back. It was great.
Yeah.
Had the family come over. It was
Yeah.
good. It was good, and had some fun with it. And that's when I realized that you guys are building next door to fucking Dev's mate.
Yeah. That was
Fucking the chances of that.
that. I still swear that wasn't a coincidence.
That was a
It
coincidence.
wasn't a
That
coincidence.
was a coincidence. Didn't ever know. I didn't literally. I only met the bloke probably 3 days before I found out that he was building the house there.
True that.
Okay.
Well, so the thing what happened, I remember, is that we started on one block back then, and then we ended up changing it, and we went for that bigger block,
Yeah.
and we moved to that street. And it was just by chance because that was already sold next door
Yeah.
to Dev's mate. So I had no fucking idea. We're like, oh, this one looks good. Dev's like, yeah, this is great. You're like, yeah, that looks sweet.
Yeah.
And then we ended up going for it. And then we go the slab down. Yeah, that's my mate. I'm like, what the fuck? Where the fuck did this come from?
Yeah.
That was good though. Fucking sick. But that was interesting because obviously he went with a different builder. Started a bit earlier. I do believe like obviously he paid a little bit cheaper and shit like that, but he was getting smashed around with fucking price increases.
Yeah.
And then we started and we ended up fucking passing him.
Yeah,
Like,
we did.
during
We
his
moved in
build.
before they did,
That was
and they
fucking
started way before us.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Wild.
Was it they brought theirs 12 months or about 9 months before us?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then
Oh shit.
their
Yeah.
bricks were sitting there for ages, weren't they?
Yeah,
And when then
yeah.
we had our bricks up before they had even bricky
Had
teams even looking
started.
at them.
Yeah, I was going to say
Crazy.
your bricks took a long time too because we went from
Yes.
March to October for bricks to finish. So
We had
your-
we had problems with the bricklayers at that point though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
we
all
did.
during the COVID shutdowns and the COVID regulations.
There was so much shit, man. And
Yeah.
like also, it was also the builder that's, we're no longer using the builder that's obviously Sam and Dev had built their home with. But I do recall when I was working with them that they were having issues, even just getting tradies out to Whitby.
Yeah.
They were literally going, we'll go to Byford in certain areas in Byford, and that's basically the fuckers want to travel.
No.
And then trying to secure guys. So you guys were just seeing the going, bro, like, what the fuck, man? Like, month after month, just no progress. And then finally it started going through. But it also comes to the builder too. It's, you know, if they pay a little bit more, then, you know, if there was more incentive, maybe the boys would have done it. There still was such a, you know, too many jobs, not enough fucking trades. It was just a combination of a shit show.
Yeah.
Literally is the easiest way that I can fucking explain it.
And a lot of site meetings.
And the fucking oath. Fuck oath. And that was something like when obviously we don't attend them so that you guys can actually deal with the bill directly. But like all the fucking messages and emails like, bro, fucking go see him, mention this, and this.
Yeah.
And then you guys have some ammo to just go through it all.
Yeah, that was handy. Like you actually being like, actually you need to say these to the builders for them to actually get something done.
Yep.
That was helpful for you to be on the side to be like, hey,
by the way, do this.
This is what you need to do. Otherwise, they're not going to listen to you or not pay attention.
And the thing was like it wasn't like we were trying to coax you guys or anything into something you're not meant to say. It's a lot of the things is, you know, hey, what we need to do, like for people that are actually listening. For example, what I was doing is going, look, these are the dates that you started with everything. You're waiting X amount of time. You've done this. You've done that. You've done this. So you can use that as your ammunition going, we're now waiting for 4 months. This has taken this amount of time. Other jobs in the area are taking this amount. And using that as the ammunition against the bill going, what's your fucking excuse?
He's just giving them the facts. What can you try and do?
Yeah, exactly. You're laying the facts out. And a lot of the times because as the client, how I would imagine it if I was building is there's a lot of emotion. And it's good to have emotion when you're going to the build, but having the facts behind you just reinforces and goes, okay, fuck, like, we're not here to fuck around. Rather than it just being I'm very frustrated, what are you going to do about the type of scenario, which happens a lot. So
and
those are the shit we were saying.
Most clients don't write down their official dates.
No.
It's a little bit easier with Levita because of their portal now, but that wasn't something that we had with you guys.
No, you guys had a portal, but you never fucking updated it.
Yeah, they wouldn't update it. We got more. We were looking forward to your updates because that's the only updates that we'd get.
Yeah, okay.
Because the builder just wouldn't.
Nah. And half the time fucking Dev's out fucking working shit. So it's not like you guys can just go and keep tracking it every time after work.
Yeah, so it was quite easy for us to give you dates because of the amount of spreadsheets that we keep track of. So, you know, we've mentioned a couple times on the pod or where it's coming up. I don't even know what episode we're up to.
Fuck knows.
We
Sam can tell you.
15.
Yeah,
We're up to 15.
14 or 15.
I don't know what's released versus what we've recorded, but it isn't released by the time this is released. We have like a lot of methodical spreadsheets that we keep track of every single client. So if you ask me, you know, when did I get slabbed down? It would take me about 2 minutes, but I'll be able to find it pretty quickly.
Yep. And photos. And we have
and
photo
photos to
evidence.
back it
We have
up.
everything. So, and that was the stuff we were giving them. Like, look, here's the fucking drone shots.
The
here's
drone
photos.
shots were so cool.
But versus clients, you guys are like, oh my God, we've had slab. But then if nothing happens for 4 months and you're like, oh, slab's been a while, but like when was it? Unless you took photos and you dates, like they were date stamped, you don't remember. So it's a lot harder for clients to come with ammo going, hey, it's been this much time between spot to spot.
Yeah, this process to that process, what's going on. Whereas you can go and be like, this is how long it is. So then when the builder, if they turn around and go, no, it's only been a month. Well, hold the fuck on. Here's the date stamp. So bang, 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 bang. And you just keep coming in and you just keep smacking them until you get the result that is fair for all parties.
Yeah.
And knowing that you can move forward from that there is a resolution. Until then, keep pushing.
Yeah.
I do want to just interject here. We don't smash against the builder. We do work cohesively. We'll try
100%.
to with the builder and with the clients. We are essentially the client's advocates. So we're not working against the builder.
No.
But we try and work cohesively between them. And the situation that we were in with Dev and Sam was we were no longer working with that builder at the time.
Or welcome.
Or welcome. Maybe
or
no,
welcome.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't say that. But we
how I
weren't
feel.
actively working with that builder anymore. So we didn't have that cohesion with the builder. So we were kind of trying to communicate through the clients to the builder without getting involved to
Correct.
not cause any more ramifications towards you guys.
And
I just feel like I need to clarify that because a lot of listeners might sit there and go,
we have everyone listening. And at the end of the day, we just got a result on the facts of what we have. And you know, if we can't get that communication with the builder and the clients are reaching out to us going, hey, we need help, 100%, we've always said this is we are in your corner. We are there, the good, the bad, the ugly, no matter what. Let's work together to fucking figure it out.
And that was the thing with you guys. Like, I'd send you an email being like, this isn't happening. Like, they haven't done this or whatever. And then you would get back to me and be like, okay, well, let's sort it out. That was more than what I was getting from the builder.
Yeah.
So that was what was helping me kind of get through it, to be like, okay, well, someone's on my side helping me here.
Yeah. And that's the biggest thing is like, and that's what we're really big on is like when we're saying we're there through thick and thin, we fucking are. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, everyone was dealing with struggles, and sometimes all it takes is just someone else to be able to help explain, like, hey, look, this is, you know, someone with a bit more building knowledge going, this is what's currently happening and why. And just gives you that little bit of a understanding, because there just wasn't enough communication, I think, with your experience, that there just wasn't enough communication coming between yourselves and the builder to actually explain what was happening, because everyone's fucking slammed. So it's like, fuck, where is it? So we were trying to go, well, this is kind of what's happening. So then you've got that.
Because, there was
support.
no one, like our site supervisor, we didn't meet for nearly to the end of our, near to the end of our build when we're having problems. So, like, having used there, that was the good thing, that was kind of being like, okay, well, someone's here to talk to about it and help me through what I need to get through to get to where I need to.
Yeah, that's it.
And as far as build time, you guys had a 15-month build, which for the industry time, like, it's not that bad.
It's not too shabby. Could be better.
Could be better.
Could be a lot worse.
But comparatively to what we're seeing in the market, definitely could be worse.
Even comparing to the fucking old mate next door, mate.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, do you know what I mean? He was fucking 12 months, started the process before you.
Yeah.
And he was still building when you guys picked up keys, I remember.
Yeah.
And when we calculate construction time, it's from when slab goes down to when you do PCR or from the
from
scenario
completion,
to handover.
basically.
Yeah. So 15 months, so it's not bad.
Yeah.
And a lot of that was obviously waiting for brickies and shit. So it could have been quicker, but at the end of the day, we got there in the end.
Yeah. We kind of expected the delays anyway at that time anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's move. That was a long one.
That's all right. That's what it's all about.
What were the things that you liked and didn't like?
I think you mentioned a few of them, but let's just go back over it. Let's just repeat ourselves.
For me, the scullery was
sold.
Done.
Instantly sold.
Yeah.
What about the ensuite? I thought you liked the ensuite.
Yeah.
She doesn't even like the ensuite. I literally designed this for her.
I can't go back to like a normal shower now. Like, I'm like, no, double shower is the way. That's it.
It's the fancy way now.
Yeah.
No Povo spec over here.
No, like cramming into a little. No.
Even it's just the space. I feel like more than anything.
Yeah.
Like we
it makes you feel less cramped.
Yeah.
We were renovating our ensuite. It's been like a hot minute by the time this episode releases, but we were renovating our ensuite, so we had to move into the spare bathroom for 6 weeks.
Fucked.
You know what? The bathroom is my safe space. Like when I'm feeling stressed, when I need a recharge, I go for a shower. And I just feel better. It's like I wash away my sins and my issues and my problems, and I just release everything and I walk out. I'm like fresh.
You need a couple more showers then.
I gotta sleep on the grass floor.
I don't know what fucking showers she's having, man. Like, they're from like the depths of hell. Like the fucking heat that comes out of the fucking shower.
Oh yeah, it has to be hot,
bro.
Yeah, right.
You got fucking demons, man, over here.
But having to go back to a single shower.
No.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
I can't do it. There's not enough room.
No, there fucking isn't.
You don't realize how much you like. Space your elbows require until you don't have it.
And then you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
I fucked up.
You appreciate the little things.
Yeah.
100%.
That's right. For 2 weeks, I live in a square box.
Yeah, I don't envy you.
That sounds like a you problem though, eh? Yeah.
But it pays my bills.
Fuck
Yeah,
oath.
this is
Fuck
true.
oath. So then you can come back and enjoy your big double shower when you get there.
Anything that you don't like?
No, not really.
No?
Nah.
Kind of weird silence, yeah.
I could make my laundry a little wider, but
yeah.
that was
Okay.
probably the only thing that I'm
Are you talking about in terms of more bench space in width-wise or depth-wise?
I bought the biggest washing machine possible.
Oh, yeah.
So this is my problem,
Definitely. Okay.
right? So I bought the biggest washing machine, and then the door, like
It only
it's a
just
me
fitted
problem.
through the door.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah.
Holy fuck.
So then when I open the washing machine door, you have to like shimmy around to like throw
How's
the
it go? How's it go?
shimmy.
So her washing machine is bigger than what I use on site.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
And they're industrial washing
And then
machines.
industrials. Bro,
Girl, what are you watching?
Where
What are
did-
you washing?
Where did you find this fucking magical washing machine that is like bigger than a doll? Like, what the fuck?
How did you get it in the house?
We had problems with it. Same with the fridge. We had problems with the fridge too.
Fridge came in through the back
Back
door.
door. Yeah.
Yeah,
and they like
thank
just,
fuck.
they had to like take half the door off to get like it.
Oh,
It
shit.
was a nightmare.
So you guys are never moving out with that fridge?
No,
That's
no,
just-
no,
yeah.
stay.
No, it's moving. It's moving. I'll get it out. Whether I have
Challenging
to-
something. Let me just disassemble the whole fucker.
I'll put it on the side and roll it out the door.
Let's play some Tetris with that. Should be right.
Washing machine, on the other hand, probably not.
No, that can stay there.
That's a permanent fixture of the home now. That comes with the home. Fuck.
It's like the dishwasher.
Yeah, included.
Well, before my last question, because I've only got
Oh
one
shit,
question
we only
left.
got one more left.
Yeah, I've only got one
Fuck.
question left.
Oh.
Yeah, we've zoomed through this.
Flying.
You were having a moment and said that you had a fuck up, and I want to know what it is.
Oh yeah. Sam, please elaborate on the fuck up that we're going to talk about.
How many times did we go into the drawing and I was like, this is a huge carport. You don't need this much space. You don't need this much space. It's too big. We've only got 2 cars and a bike. You can't fit. It's going to be too much.
And
Yeah,
then-
now 100% we're talking about it. We're going to do 8 or 10.
Yeah.
There's no negotiating.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. You absolutely fucking ate your words on that one.
yeah, 100%.
100%. We're going
Instantly.
to record this, guys, and we're going to post it again.
Yeah. Definitely need to do a bigger carport. If you're thinking about it, do bigger. Honestly,
Yeah.
the storage, the storage, the space, I didn't realize how much space Dev actually needs. Cars, toys, tools, it's
Everything
just
in between.
Yeah.
Yep,
There's
yep.
just not
Spare
enough
parts
space.
and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
My
So-
shit's still scattered across 3 houses.
Yeah.
Mine, my mum's, and a mate's.
Yeah.
So we didn't really fix your problem, did we?
Oh,
Yes,
we
did, or
we
didn't?
did move it all from one house, so it's down from 4 to 3.
Okay. Next one we'll do all 4 into 1.
Yeah.
So in other words, bigger is better with a garage.
100%. I have to back that. Sorry, but yeah, definitely.
Good. Good. Someone else says we have converted another person
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Perth. No, well, and that's the thing. Like, that's the whole point of what we're doing. It's to try and understand for like people to realize that fuck, you need the space. Like the average Aussie, and I'm going to speak on behalf of average Aussies here. I reckon to every listener that's out there, if you were in a group of 5 people, 2 fuckers would at least have 1 4-wheel drive and 1 separate car, at least for themselves. Or they'll have a race car and a daily car, or a bike and a car, or a jet ski and a car. Most WA Aussies, I reckon at least WA, have at least anywhere between 2 to 4 cars.
Oh, easy.
And that's why these fucking builders, when they're coming out with these double garages that are so small and you can barely fit 1 vehicle in there on its own and maybe 1 bike and that's it.
Well,
It's
higher
just
they
not
get.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing, man. Like our double garage that we built, assumed it was fucking double garage. The Ranger won't fit. 1, the height is fucked, but even the depth wise, it's hanging out the fucking door. So like I can't even close the fucking garage door on it. So then I was like, well, that's fucked. And the FG is like literally right up the fucking back of the wall. And I have to shimmy my way around. I have to shimmy my way, according to fucking Sam. Nah, so it's literally right up against it. I have to have the garage door open so then I can walk around it and then close it up, because otherwise the car I can't fucking fit through, because it just fits inside. And that's meant to be a double garage. And I've also got a chest freezer, we've got a dryer, and I've got a rack just for like a couple tires and the most
Not
bare
even
base.
tires anymore.
Not even
It's just
tires
house
anymore.
shit.
It's just house shit, and I can't fit another car in. So how the fuck is that a double garage?
Yeah.
And that's how the real like push really came with us. It's like you need the fucking space.
Yeah.
Like half of us all have fucking extra cars, and in these developments now, they're not releasing a lot of like car park spaces and shit. So you're having to put all your shit into the block, and the blocks are fucking getting smaller. So it's not really helping. You can't get a fucking shed on half of these. Fucking just make a bigger garage for fuck's sake.
You know what I realised? Like talking about
What?
the double garage, in theory, we could fit a second car in.
If we removed
However,
everything else.
It's if we removed everything. And out of every single client's home that I have gone to, I have never seen a garage that is completely bare bones. Whether it's a 2 car or a 10 car, it's never bare bones. Every single person always puts some sort of like storage shelf in there because they need to keep something in the garage because it doesn't go into the house.
No, 100%.
Like your hammers, like your general house tools, your measuring tape, your hammer, your drill, where would you put that in the house if it's not for the garage, right?
That's it.
And if like we remove everything out of there, we remove the dryer, we remove all the shelving, we could, in theory, park my car, my little Kia, and your
Falcon.
FG side by side.
Would you be able to open the doors though and get out?
No.
Yeah,
Fuck
see?
No.
And that's the problem.
But we could park them up and just sit there and
We'll just
climb out the window.
We'll just sit there with our arm hanging out going, hey, mate, how are you?
Then reverse back to get out.
Yeah, literally.
So in theory, yes, we could, but I've never seen a home, whether we've built it or it's just a friend's house, where the garage is completely bare. Like everyone always has some sort of storage in their garage because you need to store your household tools.
Yeah.
Unless you have a shed.
Yeah.
But even then, if you have a shed, you're storing random shit in there and you still don't have enough room in your fucking garage. That's the whole point of it. It's like, I understand, you can always have the extra storage and, there's so many plans like 4x2, theatre, games, activities, fucking all this random shit. I'm just like, cool, keep a 4x2. If we can get a theatre, happy days for an extra storage, for a gaming room or for whatever. But you don't need the other 2 rooms. Let's just manipulate the plan and get a little bit more extra depth.
That's what we did. We took out the
100%.
theatre, didn't we?
We took the theatre out.
Yep.
To make the carport bigger.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you can't sit and watch TV in 2 rooms.
No,
Yeah.
Fuck no. So you might as well just fucking use it into somewhere that you can, and then we just pulled it out so it's on the boundary and fucking and winded it out.
Unless you're avid movie watchers, like you really make a date night out of watching movies.
Do it in your fucking living room.
A theatre's kind of really null and void, at least in my eyes.
Yeah, it's something that we never...
No.
Our
don't
theatre's
use.
a study essentially. We converted ours into a study, but we also work from home and we game, so it's kind of like a study gaming room.
Yeah.
And it's where we film everything from home because it's got the nice shelves.
Because it's got the nice shelves with all that shit in there. But like at the same time, like there are some people that do need a specific theatre for cinema, for this and that, and that's not a problem. But on general, that's what we look for. Like when we first called up, that was the first things we were looking at, going, cool, what the fuck do you need?
Yeah.
And yours was, I still want some sort of a decent home.
Yeah.
I do want a nice kitchen. I do want a nice ensuite. Cool. And Dev's like, I just want garage. So we're just like, say no more. I got you, fam. So we did both. So why not both? And that's the whole beauty where it comes back into building. It's you want to build what you want to a certain degree. But like, I have to say that in that way because otherwise people are like, oh yeah, I'll have
to a certain degree.
Yeah.
To a certain degree.
Champagne tastes be a budget.
To what you can
be
afford.
realistic. Exactly it. It's about being realistic, but at the same time, knock all those off so then we can go, cool, I really need a bigger garage. Even if it's a couple meters more, I can't handle a normal double garage. Cool, tick. I need a bigger kitchen. At the moment, I'm working on 2 meters of bench space. Cool, I need at least double or triple that. What can we do with cabinet space? Cool, tick. And you just start smashing them through and, you might have a preference, like I'm pretty sure your master's on the front. So it's like, a lot of people want the master on the front. Some might want on the back. Okay, cool. If that's a big one, then we have to orientate the plans that would suit that. So those are the things, obviously, we go through to make sure that you guys are getting your money's worth.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like you guys were doing, you're going to keep hunting fucking established homes. And the reality of established homes is it's a block of land with a house plopped on it. It was built for someone else.
Yeah.
So you're either going to have to make do or fucking keep looking.
Yeah.
And that's literally
And it's got
what
someone
it is.
else's problems. Like
100%.
other things that we needed to fix on it. No.
Yeah. Nah, fuck that. There's only so much you can do. And just like you sit there and go, well, I've done this, I've done that. That looks great. Okay, shit. I'm going to redo the kitchen. There's fucking 50 to 100K.
Yeah.
Where the fuck do I pull that money out of?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to do my ensuite. Fuck, there's another 20 grand. Where the fuck do I? And do you know what I mean? All of a sudden it's like, well, fuck, I've just spent another 130. Should have just gone and built something that's just brand new and I've got my warranties. Fuck. It's just those things. But it doesn't work for everyone. Some people want established and they're
time
happy to
frames
do
don't
it.
work for everyone because
100%.
building is not fast.
No. Fuck, man. I can't be a fucking genie and just fucking click and everything's done. I'd love to. Poof. Here you go.
Here's a house.
Here's a house. Poof. Here's a house. Poof. It just keeps coming. Like, I'd love to, but
It is a process.
good things take time.
But
Come
that's
to those who wait.
And come to those that wait. But it does. It takes
that's
time.
the best bit though, is at the end of it you're working towards what you want. You got what you wanted. Like and you like from that first meeting to at the end, you see. That's I helped not design it, but I mean you helped
Yeah.
you helped put all your opinions into it and what you wanted. And then at the end you get it and you're like, oh, this is huge. This is what I wanted, you know?
Yeah. Has it sunk in yet that it's your house?
Yeah, it has now. Now it has. But yeah, we're talking about the next one. Already, yeah.
Good. No, that's fine. Fucking, you guys have made some equity out of it.
Yeah.
So fucking just pull that out. Off we go.
Yeah.
Off to the next one.
We've got a plan. We're already looking at new
But
ones.
that's the thing is you start with the plan and then you just baby steps towards it and you keep that clear goal ahead of you and just fucking keep smashing towards it.
Yeah, we know what we want and we're going to get there.
Yeah.
You're going to have your work cut out for you.
No,
For
mate,
the next one.
challenge accepted, mate. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
This is me sitting at night being like, this.
Sounds got to become one of those clients.
No, that's all right.
And I want this change, and I want this change.
But that's fine. That's the whole point of building. There's a certain degree where you start going, okay, we just have to start with a full custom, or we just go, oh, there's a couple of changes. Yeah, that's fine. Fucking, let's do it. Literally, I reckon 95% of our clients have to do at least anywhere between 3 to 10 fucking changes on our existing plans to get it, to just tweak it a little bit to make it right. Like you
on
guys
a first time build?
Yep.
Because I reckon on the second one, you kind of know what you roughly need to change.
Yes.
Like,
yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Second home builders definitely are more critiquing the design and make a lot more changes than what a first home buyer does.
Yeah.
Because I think they know how to read a plan and how to envision, not read a plan,
It's
but
not to read the plan. It's more they know what they want.
Yeah.
They've gone through either through an established home where they've built before and gone, these things worked. This one, I need this, this, and this. And then that's what we go through. To be honest, the more info someone can give me, the easier my fucking life becomes. Because then I just go, cool, grab that. This is what it's going to cost.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Tick, off we go.
Easier to come with a list rather than one by one changes, I would also say.
Yeah, 100%.
Because that is extra work, but
it's one of those things
that's
that
looking at it from my perspective.
Yeah, but we're second home buyers now.
Yeah.
Like we've built our first one. When it comes to first home buyers out there, sometimes they just don't know. Sometimes they're just happy with whatever. So it's just trying to get all that information, which is I'm really happy with, us releasing the podcast because we've released a lot of that info so that people can actually go, shit, I haven't actually thought about this, this, and this, which it wasn't there for you guys, but for the next one, you've got.
But even when I listen back, there's so many things that I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Like, so many things that now on the next one, I'm like, ha, ha, ha.
Get ready, Nick.
Yeah. Thanks to your podcast.
Yeah. Back.
Well, you guys have more or less answered the question multiple times, which is $1 million question. Would you build again?
100%.
Done.
Fuck yeah.
Couple more years and
we're
yeah,
on.
we're on.
Absolutely. What else is there? Is there anything else like for people out there? Let's in the eyes of the viewers and people that are actually potentially looking at building their first or second home. What advice would you be able to give them in regards to starting their journey, like how you were nervous and things like that? Is there anything that you would have felt that if you had known that info, it would have made you make a decision sooner or anything like that?
Definitely, 100%. Not waiting, like not thinking that you need so much money and not that you need certain things in place and that your finances need to be this or that, or just jump in and have a chat to you.
Yeah.
And I think that just calmed me because I'm like, oh, we can actually do it.
Yeah.
Like there's like we didn't have to wait another extra year because we were waiting longer and then the houses prices were going up and then we're like, we need to save more money now.
Yep.
And we just keep putting it off and off and off. And then
you have
Dev's
to keep saving to get to the same point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just weren't getting anywhere. And Dev's like, no, this is it. We're doing it. And then once we had talked to you, we're like, oh yeah, like that, for anyone listening, that is it. Just jump in, have a chat. Like I know that they're going to sit down with you and they're going to be like, oh yeah, this is easy.
This is it.
This is it. Like you can help them with all the information, all the questions that they needed to make that decision and to help them through or even get them into the right position to start later on,
Exactly. A plan of attack more than anything. It's and quite a few of our clients have said the same thing. It's about having that conversation. It is scary and daunting to have the conversation,
definitely.
but at the end of the day, at least everyone will know if they come to us at least. Like, it's no holds barred. I will tell you straight up what the fuck you can or can't do and how to do it, rather than, promising everyone and then they sign up and then shit hits the fan. I'd rather tell someone, you can't fucking do it, but this is how you can do it. Ball's in your court.
Yeah.
You either, if you want this, go do this. This is how we can see from the eyes of the bank and shit, how it can actually happen. And then at least people know, all right, cool. Now I have a fucking goal. I know what the fuck I need to do. And literally I had a couple meetings recently and same thing, man. Like they're like, oh, fuck, I was going to wait another fucking 18 months. I'm like, bro. And they're like, because, you know, the fucking house is going to drop and this is going to change. And then I'll, you know, I want, rather than me having 50K saved, I want to have 90. I'm like, all power to you. But let me explain this. You got the housing crisis, you got this happening, you've got that happening. And then I said, take away all of that shit. You cannot rely on external factors to try and time the market so that you're going to be in the perfect position. The perfect time, realistically, and you know, we've said this many times, it's time in the market rather than timing the market when it comes to property. It's about, like you said, it's jumping in, getting shit sorted, and moving forward with it, because you're reinvesting that money back into yourself, into your own mortgage. You're not paying that into a board if you're staying at parents, or into a rental, into someone else's fucking pocket. It's at the end of the day, it's coming back to yourself. And then over time, over 5-10 years, potentially, you'll have some cash that's been working. The equity in the area has been growing. All of a sudden, you've got extra cash. Fucking your scenario's changed. You're probably on more income than what you were before. Grab all that shit, boom. Now we're going to build something fucking gangster.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. And that's what we're trying to explain to people. So thank you.
No.
It's nice to hear from your side. And yeah, you definitely did look fucking nervous, I can say.
After signing, actually, because I remember we got there and I remember you saying like, oh no, we're actually signing today. And I'm like,
yeah,
signing paperwork today. Like today. And I'm like, yeah. And I was like, I literally walked out in the car and I was like, I'm actually going to be sick.
What was it from? Do you reckon it's just like nerves or?
Prior to that, I've never had a loan, never like.
True.
Money is my thing that I'm like, I worry about so much.
Yep.
Like I just panicked. Dev's like, no, it's all good. Like,
She'd be
and I'm
right,
like,
mate. She'd be right.
that's a lot of zeros, Devlyn. Like, like I can't compute that. And Dev's like, it's all good. We got it.
Yeah, just saying that. Computer says no.
Yeah. That was me. My brain was just not ticking over.
Yeah,
But
fuck.
yeah.
But worth it in the end.
Oh,
Have you
100%.
Have you guys had a finance like valuation done?
We literally just had one.
He came out yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much?
Haven't heard back
We haven't
yet.
heard back yet.
Fuck. We're gonna have to do a fucking edit on this or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And let people know
You're
how
gonna
much
have
it
to tell
was.
us what and give us an edit so we can put it into
Because
here.
we've already had one, haven't we?
We've had one.
And that went up.
Yeah, it went
Yeah.
up.
That went up a bit.
Made was it 100 grand on it from what we built.
Fucking hell. And that was a while ago too. That was like last year, right? Was it early this
7
year?
months.
November last year.
November
Oh.
last year.
Okay.
Laughing.
So November, that would
So
have
that was
been
only
We were only in the house.
June.
4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Wow. 4 or 5 months, walk in, fucking 100K laughing.
Yeah, so we're
I'm fucking excited to see
keen,
this one.
we're keen to see this side.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
No, it's awesome because you guys, did we go directly to the bank? I think we went Keystart.
Yeah, we did
Keystart.
Keystart.
We did Keystart. So
We
that
were
was-
out of Keystart, yeah.
Yeah, you were in, boom, refi out and
Yeah.
straight into the bank. So for people out there, Keystart's a low deposit option. So basically it's these legends started off with $4,000 back then because it was a cheaper package back then in 2020. And yeah, basically it was like $4 or $5,000 total deposit they put in, which most of it gets consumed in the builder deposit and the land deposit. And then bang, got it all done. Your payments were obviously a bit higher during the build and shit and took a while, but then man, pick up keys within 4 months, 100K profit, refinance, and you drop the repayments by at least 100, 150 bucks a week less. Fucking laughing.
Yeah.
That's a fucking win on its own.
That's a huge
Do you feel
win.
like, even though you had a longer build experience, like it was like over 2 years, right? Do you feel like the fact that you guys have made some profit out of it and everything, was it worthwhile the little bit of extra waiting in order knowing that
Definitely.
you made some money out of it rather
Yeah.
than like being in deficit or something?
Yeah, definitely. I think we picked it all just worked out how it worked out. And I'm a
Yeah.
big believer in everything happens for a reason. Like
100%.
and it gave us time to actually put more money away when we were building.
Yes.
So we were paying more for things, like putting more money towards a mortgage and stuff.
Yes.
And then by the time we got keys, we were kind of in front with everything. So
Yeah.
it actually kind of did help us
Yeah, right.
having the longer build time, but not at the end because that was a bit
That was a bit how you go.
It was a
Yeah.
bit crunch time there, very crunch time. But
yeah, you had Bubs just
the week after,
the week after you moved
Yeah.
in, yeah.
so we moved
Yeah.
in on the
I was moving all the stuff in.
we moved in on the Monday, and I had him the Friday.
Yeah,
Ooh.
wow.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So
That's
I
intense.
literally, I went to hospital and I was in hospital for 5 days.
Fuck.
And Dev pretty much had the house unpacked and sorted
Yeah.
by the time me and Bubs came home from the hospital.
What a
Man.
fucking legend.
Yeah,
What
it
a
was
legend.
awesome. I got out of that one really well.
So next build, same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
Nah, that's awesome. And shit. How did you feel? Obviously, like, because obviously having Bubs is fucking stressful enough as it is, and then you had the build. Do you felt like the build was just adding more and more stress during the whole time, or
At the end of the build, yes.
Yeah.
Because we had a few problems with the site supervisor.
yeah,
Just not organising things, and he wasn't doing tradies, organising them one after the one. So he'd
Yeah.
wait till one's done and then he'd
do the
organise the next one, but not knowing that there was at that time such a delay on tradies.
Yeah.
So we moved in, and I still, with Bubs, brand new, we still had tradies coming in for the next 2 or 3 weeks after.
fuck.
Working on things and doing things in the
Yeah,
house.
doing all the touch ups and
Yeah.
shit because you just couldn't get them done in time within
Yeah.
2 weeks. Yeah.
But you needed the keys.
But we
100%.
needed, we had to have the keys. So it was kind of like, So if you could wait, then just wait it out and
just let them do it all.
just let them do it all. Let them hand it over properly before you rush
before you
in
pick up. Yeah.
and pick up the keys.
Yeah.
I think it's something that's like I've actually been saying it, like, and our clients are obviously doing it in 12 months now, which is awesome and shit. But I still say it to clients now. I'm going, I understand you guys get excited, like, it's coming into it. You get the 12 months, and and sometimes they'll get to handover and it's like, hey, we're still waiting on the garage door to come within a week because there's fucking huge layers of that and shit, and a couple of touch ups, but we can get it done the next week if you just pick up keys. Bro, you've already paid the final payment. Hold the fuck on.
Yeah,
for another week.
you've only got another couple of
Yeah,
weeks. Just wait it out.
Wait another week and let the whole thing be done so that when you pick up those keys, you don't need to worry about trying to organise to be there when trades are around and all sorts of shit, because as soon as they give you the keys, they drop the pin, so then only your key works. The builder doesn't have access, so you have to be there.
Yeah.
And if you're not there, then that's then do you know what I mean? Like, it's a whole pain. Or you've taken time off to wait and then the trade doesn't rock up because something else has happened and you've lost a day, then it gets more frustrating. I feel that would be more frustrating than just waiting the extra fucking week or two, paying the mortgage, whatever you have to do, and just knowing that when you do pick up the keys, you walk in, you move your shit, happy days.
That's it.
Nothing in the back of your mind you have to worry about.
Yeah.
That's in my opinion.
If we
and I 100%
if we
agree.
could have done that, we would have. But
Not with your circumstance,
Yeah,
man. You
we-
thought, no, with Bub's fucking literally 4 days later
Later,
popping out.
yeah.
Jesus.
that was a bit close.
Yeah, fuck me. But we got there.
Yeah,
we got in
perfect timing.
Okay, now. Crazy.
All right. Do you guys have anything you would like to add? Any final notes? Anything that you want to tell
Yeah.
the listeners?
No, I think
No,
just reach
happy.
out to you and have a chat. Honestly, I think if they're umming and ahhing, just
Just
come
do it.
in, have a
Make the
chat.
call.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
jump for it. And
Just
go.
fucking reach out. Nah, honestly, thank you so much, guys, for fucking coming today. They are our first couple that has
Yes.
actually jumped onto the
Very
podcast.
exciting. This is the first
Yes.
time we've
We
had
do
to juggle
sell to
4.
others, not just single guys that have that have experienced some things. Like, we have many.
I was just saying to Nick, we've had 2 single guys come onto the pod, both of which have had like a breakup. I'm like, this looks so terrible.
Yeah. I swear the building journey isn't like that for everyone. Fuck.
Couples do come on and stay together.
Yeah.
Nah, awesome. And yeah, thank you so much. You guys are fucking legends.
Yeah,
and,
no, thanks for having us.
And honestly, like, grinding through and riding through the whole build journey, and fucking to see where you guys are now from where we first started, it's phenomenal. Like, the cars you guys have, the plans you guys have, with Bubs now, it's just sick.
It's cool to see families grow.
Yeah. To see your lives change for the better so much, and to grow and to see how much it changed.
Is that
basically.
exciting for you to see someone
Yeah.
grow into their
You
house?
You have no fucking idea. Like, if I was to say what is like one of the most favorite parts about, seeing all the journeys come through, it's seeing people from the beginning when I first remember seeing them and seeing where they are after they've moved into the home, especially if it's like 12 months in, 2 years in, and see how much has changed. How people, like, both of you have grown as a couple, but also as individuals.
Yeah.
And now, like, being mum and dad, like, that's a whole different fucking ball game on top. There is nothing like that. There is no, like me, swinging spanners and shit. It's rinse and repeat. One car, another car. There's, you can change a few things with a project, but there is nothing as rewarding as seeing the whole thing, like we started with us just having a fucking spit yarn with you almost fucking power yakking in the meeting. But then it's like, then we had a piece of paper with lines on it. It was just a concept and an idea. This is what I want and I want to pay for it to build it. And then it gets built. Then you fucking live in it. Then you've grown into it. That there is no fucking better feeling.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
It's seeing clients develop, and it's like, especially the clients who, what now I can reference, it's like one of the earlier clients who came to like a client only function. And I'm like, shit, we haven't seen you in like 2 years. Where the hell have you come from? Like, yeah, we've been doing this, we did this, we got married, we had a kid. We're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's so exciting to hear like everyone's journey and like how far they've developed. And like, am I making sense?
Yeah.
Like it's not just that you've got a key to like this house that you own. It's seeing everything else in between. It's seeing all of it come
100%.
together.
What you did with it. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
and how did it change your life? Because those like clients were like, we're now ready to have a child, or we now felt comfortable to spend money on a wedding, or we're ready to take the next step and we got engaged. Like all of that kind of stuff is so exciting for us to see.
One of them that will still stick to me was one of the earlier, like back in before Mr Enthusiast was there, and he picked up his keys to one of the most earliest quad garages I ever did, and by the time he picked up the keys to his home, within a month, he sends me a message going, "Bro, I did it," and I was like, "The fuck did you do?" He had a 4B and shit like that. His dream car was to have a Nissan Skyline GTR 35. And he used the equity out of the property within the first month of him picking up the keys and bought his fucking dream car. And he still kept the car, still kept everything. And I was like, holy fuck.
Was that our North client?
Yep. Yeah, Bankshaw Grove.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
I'm like, am I thinking of the right client?
Yeah. So, and do you know what I mean? Like, and that stuck to me, like seeing from everything, and you know, everyone going, you know, as soon as you have a house, you fucking can't do shit. People going on fucking massive holidays, doing all
and you
sorts
don't need
of
to
shit.
sell everything to get a home. Like that was something with us. I was like, he's not selling his car. He's not selling his bike.
Yep.
It's not negotiable.
100%.
Like
And
that is who Dev is.
That's it.
Can't deal with me sucking.
Yeah.
Bro, I was the exact same with our build. Like when we explained it to everyone, it was the exact same thing, man. Like I will do whatever the fuck I need to do to build a home or own a home. I will not sell that fucking FG. And half the builders were telling us you have to sell it. So I just looked at them straight in the eye and just went, go get fucked.
Yeah.
And then when we found someone that did, pray we tell, fucking we still got fucked over. But at least I kept the FG because there was no fucking way. I genuinely, to this point, still try and convince Julia, we wouldn't be where we are without the FG and keeping to the passion. Hold on. Keeping to the passion of what it is. Yes, because you're like, the FG doesn't make money. I'm like, well,
The
people
fuck?
come out and I go to car events.
Lie. You need a line stamp on your forehead. I have
You're doing now.
fully.
You support it now.
Oh, we backtrack now.
She supports now.
Julia doesn't support the car. Get
in 2023. In 2023. I'm gaslighting the fuck out of it. I love it. But like,
I do support the car.
She does. No, she did. Like, she actually took our loan to modify the car when we first took it out. So like, she did, just not to the point where I wanted to be. Bro, I'm digging myself a hole.
Yeah, I was just about to say, do you want the shovel?
Yeah. Man, I'm with a fucking excavator this rate, man.
That's right.
Fucking, he's lining bricks up and just diving into the ocean. Just
like,
think.
It's more just about the fact, like, we started from there, and that's what I saw. I saw myself in with Devlyn, because
Whatever you want to name me.
whatever.
Now, you know what?
Whatever it is.
I get so confused because my brother's David and I call him Dev. So I'm like Dev, and I'm like, not computing.
So, you know, when we were sitting down, we were talking about, like, you know, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do it. I'm like, 100%, like, fucking preach to the choir, man. Like, that is what I was all about. And we are still like that. I do that with every single meeting. And sometimes clients are the first ones sitting there going, oh, you know, I might sell the car. I'm like, get fucked. We'll do whatever the fuck we can to make sure you don't, because I don't want you to sit there and go and regret it or to lose, you know, have a loss of heart afterwards about it. If there is nothing else out there and you're sitting there going, Nick, it's fine, like, I'll get something better, cool, no qualms. But I'm not going to be the first one to sit there and go, sell your car, get fucked. Like, that is, like, literally against our fucking policy with Mr Enthusiast.
That's not who Dev is. He couldn't do it. Like, you know, I wouldn't let him do it.
No, imagine if he sold the fucking XR8. No way. It just wouldn't be, like, and seeing someone else, you can't do that.
Look, I'm just going to really
fuck.
circle
Here
back
we go.
here. When we almost shut our doors
Yep.
after...
Well, we're going to have a whole discussion.
We'll
with it
probably
on
have
the
to do an
podcast.
episode about it.
Yep.
When we almost shut our doors after we left a builder, and we
One of
were on like the last month of our savings. The way we've explained how builders, like consultants, get paid.
Are we putting this on the podcast?
Yeah.
Fuck.
You don't know where I'm going with this.
No. I think I do. Go on.
And it was the last month of our savings, and Nick looked at me and he said, "Look, I can sell the car.
Yeah.
To keep the business going, I can sell the car." And I looked at you and I said, "I would rather shut shop. You go FIFO. I'll go back to teaching. I'll go back to whatever. I'll go back to aged care before we sell that car."
Yeah.
So don't tell listeners that I don't.
No, you do support it. Just sometimes you're like, don't spend money on the car. I'm like, the car makes money, so
When
trust me.
you-
It needs a
Listen
bigger
back.
turbo, Julia. Trust me, it needs nitrous. Fuck.
Well, I got nitrous bottles sitting at home.
See, he understands me.
See, he doesn't tell me that's the thing. He just does it.
Yeah. Yeah. Nick's like, "I just need a couple grand." I'm like, "What for?" "Nothing."
Yeah. If someone's actually listening to the far end of this conversation, I reckon we will do a it's like a part 3 behind the scenes about Mr Enthusiast to talk a little bit more about
Okay.
some of the ups and the downs about
We'll
Mr
brainstorm it.
Enthusiast, and we'll brainstorm it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try
Well,
and
you
close up
fucking-
for the
you-
third time.
You threw it into the fucking into the mix now.
That's fine. It is what it is.
Jesus.
Okay. So, let's plug. You can find Mr Enthusiast
Well,
on.
are we gonna do anything about? Did you guys want to shout anything for yourselves first, and then I can do us?
Would you guys like to plug anything?
No,
I'm good.
no, you're good.
Yeah.
Did you want anything with your business? No.
Need field service or mechanics on labour, just call EJL Mechanical
There you go.
Or just reach out to fucking Devin. He'll help you out.
Yeah.
or just reach out. Yeah.
Yep. Done. Okay.
You
now
can
we can
find
go
Mr
to
Enthusiast on.
Google, Facebook, Insta, TikTok, website, YouTube, Apple Podcast, and Spotify.
Yes. If you guys can leave a rating or a review, that would be amazing. It really does help us in the back end and get the podcast out there. And
Send messages.
yes, please send us messages.
What you
if
thought
like.
of it, if you like something, if you didn't like something, if you want to hear more of something specific, whatever the fuck it is.
We are going to be continuing on with doing our special guest episodes, and we hope you really like these because it breaks up
Yeah,
our routine
yeah.
and makes it really
It's
fun for
fun.
us.
Yeah.
It's something a bit different. Yeah, I definitely like it. And
Tired
if
of
there
looking
is,
at your face.
Bitch, you have to sleep next to it and fucking live with it. You
Turn
married,
the other way.
you married this face, so get the fuck over it. But even to other listeners that are listening, going, you know what? I wouldn't mind like jumping on and sharing my journey or whatever it is. Reach out and we'll try and fucking figure out what we can do and
Where
tee
to
something
squeeze
up.
you in.
Yep.
Yeah. And just remember, guys.
We're not here.
To fuck spiders.
Fuck off.
Woohoo. Thanks. Bye.